Hi guys, my name is Achileshe Anichewe and welcome to Econ AJ, where I explain economics in the simplest way possible. So without wasting much of your time, let's get to it. I'm sure you guys have seen from the title down there that I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 10 tips of how to effectively study during this quarantine period. So in case you see me looking down a lot, that's because I wrote down my points in my notebook. Okay, so if you see me looking down, I'm just trying to remind myself of what point is supposed to come next. So yeah, let me get to it. Okay, so tip number one, make sure you write down your course outline on a piece of paper or something. Yeah, it sounds like something obvious to do, but most of us don't really pay much attention and look at our course outline. So it's really important to write down your course outline and make sure you know everything that you have to know. Like you know the list of things you're supposed to learn in that particular course. So writing down your course outline is very important. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, make sure you target each topic one after the other. You target it in the order that they are written down. Okay, that's really helpful. Okay, so you target each topic one after the other. So that's tip number two. So tip number three is make sure when you're on a particular topic, make sure you understand everything that has to be understood in that topic. Okay. A way to test your understanding is you can try going through past paper questions. You can try checking out online questions. Just Google and search for whatever topic you're on, and trust me, that really helps. Try as many questions as you can. Okay, understanding is very important. And when you're studying, don't just study to just tick it off your list and say, no, I did this topic and whatnot. Make sure you understand. Understanding is very important. It is very important. Okay, so that's tip number three. Okay, so next is tip number four, which is very similar and okay, not similar but related to tip number three, where you have to make sure you understand. So tip four, in case you're having trouble understanding, let's say you go through questions but you're still having trouble understanding some points in the notes and everything. So if you're having trouble understanding, I suggest you try YouTube videos, because I always sorry, I always use YouTube videos if I don't understand anything. They're really, really helpful. So on YouTube videos, I suggest or I would advise you to have at least a maximum of 3 for a particular course. Reason being, that's just my opinion. Reason being is because, well, if you just watch YouTube videos like randomly, you might not be familiar with a particular YouTuber's way of explaining things. But if you've been following their videos, they're really helping you understand. You've just been following the videos topic after topic, you get familiar with the person and it becomes easy for you to understand. So that's just my opinion. So yeah, I would say 2. I would advise 2, but then again, you want to make sure you have at least, you diversify, so to say. So 3 is an okay number. Make sure you have at least 3 YouTubers that you always go to for a particular course. It's really helpful. You get to be familiar with them. So for those doing economics, I nominate myself. So yeah. Okay, so that's on point 4. That's on tip 4. Okay, make sure you have at least a maximum of 3 YouTubers. You don't want to be watching videos from different people on each and every different topic. The reason I'm saying this is because, like I said, it helps you to be familiar with the person, and then you just sort of feel comfortable because, well, you've been watching their videos and then they've helped you understand. And it also saves time, because there's some people you don't really understand. Like, there are people who are best, like, there are people who understand really quick, and there are people who understand like after some time. So yeah, it's helpful when you are familiar with a particular YouTuber. It really helps. Okay, that's just my opinion. That's a disclaimer. That's my opinion. So that's point number 4. So point number 5 is about discipline. Okay, so discipline is very important. Make sure you discipline yourself. Let's say if you write down a timetable on how you're going to be studying, what time you're going to be studying, and make sure you follow that strictly. Discipline is very important. So make sure you discipline yourself, okay? So that's point 5. And point 6 is on rewarding yourself. If you finish a topic and you understand, you try out questions and you get all the questions right, you just really understand the topic so good, reward yourself. I mean, it doesn't hurt and it's motivating. So reward yourself. If it means get yourself chocolate, yeah. So reward yourself. Rewarding yourself is very important. It motivates you to want to learn more because you want to reward yourself. It just gives you a sense of fulfillment. So reward yourself. That's point number 6. Point number 7, and I am so sorry for forgetting this point, but this is the most important point. Like, I can't stress that enough. Point number 7 is the most important point, and it's about praying. So pray. Okay, prayer is very, very important. I don't know if you've like had experiences where you study and then you sit for an exam and you realize, oh my god, I studied like things that are just totally parallel from what the exam like came as. Like you studied something else and the exam was something else. So prayer is very important, okay? Once you pray before you study, trust me, you'll never have a case where you study something else and the exam is something else. Because for me, I pray like all the time. I put my academic work in just God's hands, and trust me, it's worked out so good for me. So guys, please, 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 please pray. Pray as much as you can. For me, I pray before I study. I pray after I study. I pray before an exam. I pray while writing my exam. I pray after my exam. I pray even after I leave the exam room. Trust me, I don't know what word I can use to describe myself, but yeah, I pray a lot for my academic work, and trust me, it has worked out so good for me. And I believe and I know it's going to work out perfectly for you guys. So please pray. Prayer is very important. Like, just leave everything in God's hands. I mean, it's going to work out perfectly, guys. Perfectly. So prayer is important. That's point number 7, even though it should have been point number 1. But okay, so point number 8, don't be too serious. That's point number 8. Don't be too serious. Yeah, I know there's some people who study better when they're serious and everything, but for me, I get bored. Like, I even fail to study for longer if I'm too serious. Okay, so for me, I love to make my study playful. Yeah, I love a playful study. If you study better when you're serious, well and good. I'm glad that helps you. I really am. And if you get bored while studying, if you're like too serious, I suggest try a playful study. Okay, so a way of doing that is don't be too serious. Like, even your position, your posture, you don't have to sit like you're in an exam hall or something. Yeah, so try to make your study playful. Like, it's the little things, guys, little things. So it can be the way you're sitting. Just try to make your sitting arrangement goofy or anything like that. It really helps. So I hope it helps you too. Playful study. So that's point number 8. Point number 9. Yeah, for my point number 9 is don't study for too many long hours. Okay, because study has shown that studying for long hours non-stop without breaks, like, it's not really advisable. But if you're able to study for long hours, like, you can continue. But study has shown that the brain is mostly concentrated within like the first minutes of studying. Okay, so if you want to study for long hours, you can study for long hours. But what I advise is don't study for long hours non-stop. Like, have mini breaks in between to just refreshen your brain. For me, what I do is I study for like an hour and then I have a break where maybe I listen to a song, I reply to my messages, and my brain is just refreshed, and then I get back to it. Okay, so studying for long hours can really, because most of the times, like, what most research results have shown, is that when you study for long hours, the brain is mostly concentrated within the first minutes, and then afterward it's just like you're just reading really. So that's why you find a situation where you've studied something and you're sure you understood, like you studied something, but then when you're asked questions on that, you're having trouble remembering, that's because the brain was focused on the first few minutes. So yeah, try to study and take breaks and then come back to studying. So that really, really helps. Okay, that's point number 9. Point number 10 is about motivation, guys. Motivation. You have to remember why you're studying. You have to remember why you're doing what you're doing. Like, trust me, you can watch as many YouTube videos as you'd like about motivation, how to be motivated, and all those things. Like, you're just going to be motivated for a few minutes and then it's just back to square one. And you're going to want to watch more YouTube videos, but then they really won't help you as much. Okay, yeah, they will help you, but not as much, because to be honest with you guys, true motivation comes from within. Like, it's this drive that you have, like, within you, the drive that you have just from within. Like, no matter how many videos you watch, you still reach a certain point where you're just no longer motivated. But if the motivation comes from within you, like, you know why you're doing what you're doing and you love what you're doing, trust me, like, you always enjoy what you're doing. I'm sure you've seen posts like, if you do what you love, or like if your career, I don't know how the post is exactly, but yeah, it says something like, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. The reason that says that is not necessarily that you're not working, you are working, but then it's because you love what you're doing. So it doesn't feel like work to you because you're enjoying what you're doing. So guys, true motivation comes from within, like just inside you. That's where the true motivation comes from. I don't know why I'm smiling, but yeah, true motivation comes from within. So yeah, those are my 10 tips of how to effectively study. I really hope they've helped you, because these tips have kept me going. Yeah. So I hope they've helped you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Yes, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe. In case you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And oh my god, I almost forgot, you guys, we are over 200. Like, there are over 200 subscribers. I am so happy. I am so grateful. I love you guys. Thank you. Please keep sharing, keep subscribing, and keep liking my videos, and keep watching them. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching this video. The fact that you can hear me saying thank you means you've basically reached the end of the video. So thank you. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the notification bell so that every I just said bell, sorry guys. Ring the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you're notified. Thank you for watching, and bye.